By the way, Siddharth Nath Singh, Sanjay Jha, 44 from Congress, 9 from Samajwadi Party, 6 from the BSP, 9 from the NCP, 3 from the RJD. Mathematically, that's 71 MPs in the UPA. And you know what your problem is? All of those, if they go away or don't get re-elected or you get into trouble, your government falls. So that's the reality. I'm only putting the numbers out. Next caller is Anand, and he's calling from Hyderabad. Anand, good evening.
Good evening, Arnav.
Good evening.
From a long time, I'm hearing the rhetorics which Mr. Sanjay Jha is making. My question to him is this. I only hope that he doesn't interrupt me when I'm speaking, because just now when the other caller was calling you, he was interrupting and he was, going on saying something which is, not much of any consequence, to be very honest. Now, I would ask Mr. Sanjay Jha one thing.
I'll try and not be like Arnab Goswami, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would ask you, you have ruled this country for so long, and what are you doing? Yeah, I heard you. Now please listen to my question. You have ruled this country for so long. I mean, you have been into everything. Now what is this thing which you are doing of late? I mean, are you afraid of pre-elections? Have you got the guts to, announce elections before the due date? And another one thing I want to ask you is, criminals, who can fight, elections, what is this? This is absolutely something which a common man can't take. You see, a common man, when he's, caught because of he's done some crime, he's immediately, put into a lot of trouble. But these politicians, they are languishing in, jails for whatever reasons I don't understand. But what I want to tell you very frankly is, this FDI thing, this FSB, Food Security Bill, and the 7th Pay Commission, what are you trying to do? You're trying to fool people? Do you think people are not educated? They will not understand what is happening in this country? The common man can't buy a kilo of onions today under the regime of Congress? And what are you trying to do? Please answer me. Have you got the guts to announce an election before?
Is your question
I'm
over?
101% sure you will lose.
Okay,
Because
now let him answer. Let him answer. Anand, stay on the line. Don't cut off because he's answering you, right? Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm on the line.
You stay on the line. Let him answer, yeah.
Okay.
We take one more
Now,
caller after this.
At the beginning, I will tell you that I completely empathize with your sentiments and feelings. We are not on the wrong page or on different sides here. We are on the same page. Let me tell you, please do not get so cynical or, angry with the political system. I know it has been happening over the last couple of years that a lot of people have been discrediting the entire political system day in and day out. There are excellent politicians in our Congress
answer
party.
the question,
and I'm sure there are some good politicians in all other political parties. No, I'm answering your question. I can't comment on the bills, etc., because there's a larger social issue that I can't debate here. But just to be very frank with you, all of us as political parties face the public of India day in and day out.
No, why,
we have to come to you.
Why then?
If I lie here on television, you have a right to reject me and my party when we come to you in 2014. What the point we are making, I don't want to get into the finer legalese of the ordinance or the bill. The final point we are making is that end of day, Arnab, just give me a minute.
He's saying, he's saying you are cheating the people of India.
End of day, we are accountable to you.
No, 1 second.
We are not.
So here's the message.
We are not. That's what I want to
You got the message, Anand. You heard that. You want to say something in return?
We have empowered.
Anand, you want to say... Anand, go ahead.
I just want to say one thing.
Let Anand speak, please. So, Sanjay, 1 minute. Let Anand counter you once.
Anand, right to information act.
Anand,
just 1 minute.
No, you can't hide behind right to information act on everything. What have you said? No, Sanjay. Sanjay, are you trying to say one? Sanjay, please listen, please, Sanjay.
Now the problem is Mr. Sanjay Jha is he doesn't want to listen to anybody. He doesn't want to listen to anybody else. He doesn't want to listen to anybody else. He just goes on with his own thing. That's the problem. You see, the common man has never been listened to. That's a apathy in our country. And I'm very sorry to say, Mr. Sanjay Jha, that whatever rhetoric you come and do, put forth in Arnab's program, they mean nothing to me as a common man. Because every line which you say, every line which you speak, it doesn't imply anything. It's a total and blatant lie which you tell on the television. You are fooling the people of this country. And I'm very sorry to say this, that after 66, you imagine, Germany got independence after Second World War. Japan got independence. There are a lot of other countries who are in turmoil in Second World War, World War II. But see the fate of those countries and see the fate of our country.
I think on that I say, Anand, I have to take a few other callers, so I can't stay on this for too long. But can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing, Anand, to you?
I understand the anguish, but I do not share your pessimism.
One second. If you were to be,
these are not empty stats.
If you were to
the
be,
country has grown.
if you, Sanjay Jha, 1 minute, please.
Down and self.
Sanjay, please.
For heaven's sake.
Sanjay, please remember this.
So pessimistic.
Remember this. The unilateralism, the utter, and please do not interrupt me, Sanjay. Right? The unilateralism with which political parties in India change laws to suit themselves, and the unilateralism with political parties in India say it is all right for convicted politicians to fight an election, we must really stand out like a sore thumb among democracies that is allowing our democracy to be changed forward in such a manner. And I think the people of this country have very much got a right and stake to ask you, what gave you the right to change the law? This is not what the founding fathers of this country wanted. You change the law in which we do, and if you then say we are all in it together, still the people of this country will ask you, if all the political parties are together in deciding that convicted politicians should fight an election, still people have a right to ask questions. TSR Subramaniam, and then I'm taking one caller tonight. TSR, please. And I just want to say one thing, TSR, before I come to you, that Sushma Swaraj has been watching the News Hour debate, has communicated that she wants to make it clear that the BJP is against the content of the ordinance. She says the BJP, Sushma Swaraj says, it's not just the ordinance. She says, and I know she's watching the News Hour tonight, I thank her for that clarification. She says the BJP is against the content of the ordinance. So they are meeting the president tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. and I think this is going to be quite a political fight. TSR Subramaniam.
Arnab,
I don't think this controversy is going away.
I'm delighted to hear this last comment from Sushma Swaraj.
Yes.
That was the point I wish to make. There is absolutely, whatever else may be the argumentation, Supreme Court is right or wrong, etc., etc. There's no national emergency. There is no urgency. The fate of two politicians who've been fighting cases the last 25 years for this. It is not 1 year or 2 years. 25 years they've been fighting. It is of no consequence to the nation. The nation does not care for a Masood or for a Lalu Yadav. This is the time. I have seen two presidents stand up and then say, please reconsider. We want to see tomorrow if the new president is a congressman or the president of India. Is he for the people of India or is he a congressman? We want to see tomorrow, because if there is one case where he should stand up and say, sorry, this is not the time.
Okay.
There is no urgency. There is no war going on. We don't need this. The heavens are not going to fall.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a test of
One
how
second.
mature we are as a nation, how mature the post-president is in India.
Well, I think I just repeat this because Sushma Swaraj sent this specific tweet and she's watching and she says, and I quote, 3 minutes back, I've just got a notice, says, Arnab, please note, we are opposed to the contents of this ordinance. That is why we called it unconstitutional. So this gives a completely different spin. I wish Sushma Swaraj were to come live on the program, but in any case, this does communicate what she's trying to say. I think this is going to be a big fight. I don't think this is going away. I'll take one last caller. And I want to genuinely thank the callers who are calling in tonight to the News Hour and who are holding on for so long. Even if I cannot take your calls, I hope you find in some of our callers your own voice. Our next caller is Ravi, and he's from Varanasi. Ravi, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab.
Yes, Ravi.
I just want to ask Mr. Sanjay Jha that what was the haste in putting the ordinance, whereas there was no urgency shown on the Lokpal bill and neither on the autonomy of the CBI.
Right, got it.
But they showed an urgency to put an ordinance for such kind of protecting criminals and subverting our judicial system.
Right. Sanjay, last word. Specific, short answer, please, to that.
Yeah, sure. Ravi, let me tell you that the Lokpal bill has gone through various stages in Parliament. We are very happy that we have made substantial progress. However, at the end of the day, I think it requires a great degree of political consensus. There have been some political parties who are actually against the bill itself, forget the content. So I think that will need to be debated. It's a process it's a legislative process of Parliament. We don't have a unilateral right to boycott that. Number two, as far as the hurry on the ordinance, let me tell you, there's no hurry on the ordinance at all. This is a very, very crucial part that needs to be addressed, on which all political parties have a consensus. I'm hearing a different voice today, very surprisingly late in the evening, but that we'll see how it plays out tomorrow. But the reason is, let me tell you, as a member of the Congress party, I can tell you we are against criminals in politics. We don't want criminals in politics.
Two messages.
Make sure that in selection of candidates, you will have the confidence that we are making sure that only good people.
Okay, one second. Two messages.
That is one of the reasons why we'll have a stringent process of selection.
Two messages. Rahul Mehra.
I just want to make one point. There has been a lot of bashing of the political system. I think we need to have faith in it. There are a lot of
one second. Let's not try and make this a cross political. No, you are right now quite alone. You're not. Don't make this. No, I don't want it. This political. No, I don't do political system bashing.
The way you are doing and bring in ordinance just before the order is going to convict Lalu Prasad Yadav, I'm sure the public is going to hold an opinion.
I have three messages.
Makes this happen that the
three messages. Three messages. You know to the extent to which people are watching. Sanjay, 1 minute. Don't respond. Three messages which are really giving me food for thought. One message goes and it says, for the women's bill and Lokpal bill, they need a consensus, but they want to go for an ordinance for this. Why? Okay. Why not an ordinance on the Lokpal? Writes Pankaj. Shrikant says, why can't the people be asked, conduct a sample survey involving the citizens? If the citizens are with you, go ahead and make the ordinance. And Rahul Mehra says, please tell Sanjay Jha that his 1 minute, please tell Sanjay Jha that his party opted out of RTI as a political party. So much talk of having respect for the RTI. So really the pressure is on you, Sanjay Jha, tonight. And I don't think the pressure is easing off. You have a lot of questions to answer, but I thank you for coming, for all of you participating and in this debate tonight, which I hope has contributed to the overall national debate on the subject. Thank you.